The Israeli occupation has not only shattered the lives of Palestinian people during its offensive aggression on Gaza, but has also shattered their future and dreams of hope through education. When we talk about Gaza, a scene of bloodshed, destruction and humanitarian crisis comes to mind. However, there are also unseen struggles for Gaza's people. Today, we focus on the deprivation of 40,000 high school students who have taken general secondary education examination known as Tawjihi. In addition to this, 630,000 students are deprived of their right to education in Gaza, including those in government, UNRWA and private schools, as well as 88,000 university students and 80,000 kindergarten children. To discuss this issue, let me welcome my guest, Jihad Durraidy, Head of National Center for Measurement, Evaluation and Examination at the Ministry of Education. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for welcome and very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Let's first start to talk about the importance of the general education examination called Tawjihi to Palestinian people and how significant it is to the Palestinian student and Palestinians' families.
You know, education in general is highly valued in the Palestinian society, and historical wise, Palestinian people used to sell everything in order to educate their people and their kids, and in specific for the Tawjihi, because this is considered to be the end of the K-12 education, and it's, you know, your pathway to life. So the Palestinians highly value this, and the Palestinian society really looks into the complete cycle of education. Is not only part of educating the person himself, but also part of the national identity of the Palestinians, especially that we are struggling to end the occupation, and we believe that education is a very important and key element in terms of ending the occupation and in terms of enhancing the values of the Palestinians to be good citizens and to look into a very perspective future.
Yes. So what does it mean to deprive like 40,000 students from Gaza from at Tawjihi, which is a milestone to their future? What is the consequences of this?
You know, this is unprecedented situation, actually, what's happening at the moment in Gaza, and depriving almost 40,000 students from continuing their life and, you know, upsetting the life of the Palestinians in general and in specific in Gaza. This is against all regulations of the international community, and this is definitely against the basic human rights, depriving their people, the people from, you know, having the basic rights, having the right to live, having the right to be independent and to continue their education. Likewise, every other nation on this earth, what is being taking place in the Palestinian territories is actually unprecedented by all means, and this in specific in Gaza. As you said, that the Palestinians from kindergarten to universities have been deprived this right of education, and definitely this is affecting all aspects of life. And you know, it's a problematic issue that the trauma of this aggression against Gaza cannot be, you know, healed within a few months, even a few years from my perspective. Yes. And it needs a lot of effort even to rebuild the society and to rebuild the education system in Gaza. And we are struggling to do our utmost as a Ministry of Education and Higher Education to provide whatever possible to make the life of the people there easier.
Yeah, that point that you said, I want to ask you, this is really unprecedented threat to Palestinian students' future and life to obtain higher education. So what is the alternative? What is the arrangement for Palestinian students in Gaza in order not to lose their academic year or to save the academic year?
You know, the ministry is actually, and I think the whole Palestinians are determined to continue this education despite this aggression even in the West Bank. And nowadays we are running the Tawjihi exam, and there are unfortunately disturbances caused by the Israeli incursions. Today we could not manage to do the English test in Tul Karam district. Yes. We have postponed this till the 11th of July. And even for some of the students who went abroad because of this aggression for Gaza, we are providing this facility to make the test available in Egypt. We have almost 1,100 students in Cairo that's subjected to the exam at the moment. And also we have almost 500 students abroad in different countries, and we are providing this Tawjihi exam for them. We have sent some staff from the ministry to Russia, for instance, to Turkey, to Romania, to Bulgaria, and to other countries. And of course, with the help of the Palestinian embassies abroad, we are also providing this even to one student in a country. And the exam is being held at the same time, despite the time differences between the countries, because we believe that this is a very important exam, and it's a sacred exam that all students should subject to the exam at the same time.
Yeah, but I'm interested in my answer about, is there any alternative for Tawjihi student in Gaza? Are going to be like another round of Tawjihi maybe session?
Definitely. Usually we do 3 rounds every year. The second round is usually done in August, and there is a third round that can be done December this year. And hopefully that this aggression will stop immediately. The ministry is determined to do for our students in Gaza as soon as possible the exams whenever there is a possibility. Definitely we are determined to do that, but hopefully that this aggression against Gaza will end very soon.
Yes. You did talk about the arrangements for Palestinian students abroad, especially in Egypt. I want to ask you about the student from Jerusalem. They suffer a lot. They have challenges and restriction on their education system in Jerusalem. So what is the arrangement for Tawjihi for them?
We have done some certain arrangements, especially for Jerusalem, and we are intended to do the exam in Jerusalem because this is the capital of Palestine and cannot be definitely left out other than the cities in the West Bank. We have there some halls at the moment, and the Palestinians or the Jerusalemites are submitting the exam as well as their peers everywhere, and this is part of our strategy to do it every year, despite the hindrances and the obstacles that are being imposed by the Israeli occupation and, you know, the strict and tight measures that are being taken against our people in Jerusalem.
Yeah. As you mentioned, you said that there is some restrictions on Tul Karam governorate. In the West Bank, we daily face raids, incursions, detention, and restrictions checkpoints. So what is that challenging that pose for the Education Ministry about this?
You know, I mean, this daily incursion into the Palestinian cities is really problematic, not only as far as education is being concerned, but it affects all aspects of life. And definitely, as a ministry, we have Plan B and Plan C scenarios that we have, you know, a reservoir of questions that can be immediately released for a second or a third run. But definitely, we cannot do this while the Israeli occupation forces are among the cities. Today, as I said, in Tul Karam, it was impossible to do the exam, but we are ready in terms of the logistics and the arrangements. Our staff and team are ready to do that as soon as possible, and we will do it hopefully very soon.
Yeah, you know, like it's been like 269 days of aggressions on Gaza, and this has impacted the life of a student and the system of education in Gaza. Could you provide us an overview of the scale of devastation and destruction on the education system on Gaza?
Almost there is nothing. They have destroyed, unfortunately, all the educational promises, including schools and universities. Even the ministry's headquarters also have been destroyed. The vocational schools, for instance, in Beit Hanun, the agricultural school is being completely destroyed, and definitely this is quite complicated that you cannot run the education system immediately from the first day that the aggression stops there. But we are still determined, and I think that the Palestinians, even in the past, have done some measures to continue providing education to their kids. We will do this even in the tents, but you know, this needs some quick measures that we are doing this at the moment in the ministry, and trying to do like, you know, tent schooling or whatever kind of schooling that might be possible to be done there.
Yeah. Indeed, 110 schools were completely damaged and destroyed, and 85% of the education system were devastated and destructed. How the education ministry respond to this crisis, and what is needed to resume the educations in Gaza after maybe the war ends?
Actually, from day one of this aggression, we started to put scenarios of like providing you know, caravans, for instance, in the consortium of schools, like, you know, you have clusters of caravans that can be used for immediate education to our kids there, and maybe in a later stage that you can be used as houses. The ministry has developed an emergency plan, and it has been submitted to the cabinet, and lots of discussions have been taken within the international partners and donors to provide such caravans to be deployed there. But you know, this has to be done in coordination with the international community, with Egypt and other partners that can we provide such instruments to be deployed there and to be used as, you know, mobile classrooms to a certain extent. Definitely we provide other logistics in terms of providing textbooks and other means whenever possible, but the first issue is there to have like a shelter that where you can, you know, start the schooling. We hope that this aggression will end soon, and that we will be able, at least at the beginning of the new scholastic year, to provide some sort of education, because they have been deprived from this right almost one scholastic year. Now they are lagging behind with their peers here in the West Bank almost 1 year, because you know this aggression started on the 7th of October, and actually there was no scholastic year for the students in Gaza.
Yeah. What about the psychological needs for Palestinian students at this challenging time?
Many psychosocial programs have been discussed also and developed based on our, you know, previous experience, because we are living under crisis all the time, and definitely this crisis has been escalated to the climax at the moment. But there are issues that being taken into consideration, how to deal with the psychosocial dimensions. Actually, even during the aggression at the moment, the ministry in cooperation with other key players are doing some psychosocial activities that are being taken at the schools, which were used as shelters for the some families there in Gaza.
Yeah, what is happening in Gaza is really a genocide from all aspects. What did the Ministry of Education do to expose the crime of the occupations in the community, in the international community?
We are working, you know, definitely continuously with our partners. We are providing some reports in English, and we have like a quarter meetings with the education sector working group members, and definitely the ministry releases those kinds of reports about what is happening there. And you know, also we are in connection with our embassies and delegations abroad, and with OCHA and with other human rights entities and associations to focus and to highlight on the violations that are being imposed there against our Gazain people.
Would you,
people in Gaza, sorry.
yes, sorry. At the end, would you like to add anything, any information you want?
I hope very soon that this aggression will end and that they can recover very soon. As a ministry, we are still determined to continue supporting them as much as possible, because, you know, definitely this is part of our mandate, and we are taking some measures at the moment for students who left Gaza Strip. If we can do some sort of virtual education using our portals and our Microsoft Teams environment to be used to help them continue their education. And we are definitely following the situation there day by day and even minute by minute, and hopefully that we can provide a better future for them and to end this occupation as soon as possible.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining Palestinian International Broadcasting. Thank you for watching what's happening on the ground in Palestine. So together we can make a difference. Let Palestinian children have a better future and better chance to education. Stay tuned for further information about Palestine and Gaza.